Okay, look, I don't usually do this many um, in one night, but I need to jump on here because there's something that's breaking right now that ties in with something else that I was going to be talking to you about this coming week. And I'm just going to go ahead and fire it and get right to it. So this just broke, and I didn't want to wait. So President Biden has just authorized 3,000 reservists to be called up to Europe. Now, I want to read this, and I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to make some comments on some things that's going to be very, very important for you to hear. President Joe Biden issued an order on Thursday that will allow the Pentagon to call up 3,000 military reservists for deployment to Europe. The order released by the White House says the president determined it necessary to augment U.S. forces, which the Washington Post reported as about 80,000 troops, which are on a mission right now to deter further Russian aggression just days after the war in Ukraine surpassed the 500-day mark. Now, if you'll remember, it wasn't long ago, NATO had the largest exercise in their history, right there in Germany, in the face of Vladimir Putin. Sandy and I reported on the Big Picture Live, that we both knew, and I think most people with any kind of common sense knew that that was not just an exercise, that was a show of force and a preparation for something. Up to 450 of the troops authorized for activation under Biden's can be pulled from what is known as the Individual Ready Reserve, which includes service members who are nearing the end of their enlisted contracts and are no longer required to attend regular drills and training. These authorities will enable the department to better sustain its enhanced presence and level of operation, said Lieutenant General Douglas Sims, the director of the operations for the Joint Staff. Now listen, he also said the move reaffirms the unwavering support and commitment to the defense of NATO's eastern flank in the wake of Russia's illegal and unprovoked war in Ukraine. I need to read that again because I need you to understand what is happening. He says the move to call up at least 3,000 troops, reservists, reaffirms the unwavering support and commitment to the defense of NATO's eastern flank in the wake of Russia's illegal and unprovoked war on Ukraine. The Biden administration already ordered extra service members to Eastern Europe just before Russia invaded Ukraine in February of last year. Brigadier General Patrick Ryder, a Pentagon spokesman, said Biden's new order unlocks the ability to call on National Guard or reserve forces to support Operation Atlantic Resolve and have them, quote, be entitled to the same kind of benefits as their active duty counterparts. Are you listening to this? Are you listening? Unlocks the ability to call the National Guard up and reserve forces to Operation Atlantic Resolve. Where have I heard this story before? It's just Iraq, so many other things. So the president's order comes shortly after a NATO summit in Vilnius, where Biden said the U.S. and its allies are doing everything we can to support Ukraine. However, Biden told CNN the war in Ukraine needs to end. Ukraine to be brought into the alliance. And of course, we reported Monday night, the cluster bombs are being taken there. But now listen, I want to talk to you real quick, and I'm going to get off of here. But this is important. There are some things going on right now that are very, very serious. When this, I think everybody that follows this channel and that has been watching the news at all understands where this thing has been going. This has never been a conflict between Russia and Ukraine. This has been a conflict between Russia and America and NATO, but mainly America in the world. And I'm just going to say it this way. And I hate to put it this way. But the truth is, when the economy begins to tank, the U.S. government wants to go to war. And I want to say this. We are going to war. So listen to me. We are going to war. American troops are about to go into war in Ukraine. But not only Ukraine. Sandy and I have been trying to warn you for months now that as important as Ukraine and Europe is, and it's real, it's also a distraction from the real military conflict that's going to happen. And I think most of us understand that that is China. All our lives we have heard the words World War III. I am troubled tonight because I believe we will probably be the generation that will see it. Our kids will see it. You go to war with Russia, you go to war with China, and you see what's going on with BRICS. People are leaving the G7. The US dollar is tanking. BRICS has introduced a gold-backed currency. We are going to war. Now, if you're still with me, and only a few of you are watching, I understand that. Hopefully a bunch of you will watch on replay. All I'm going to say is this. In the coming days, no more than a week or two, so I got a lot going on with the TV show and all that's coming up, and I got to make sure that I protect the intelligence and the sources that I have. But I want to let you know that very soon I'm going to do a show that's going to be like no show I've ever done before. And it is concerning war. We know some information. Things are happening. And I'm going to share with you whatever I can share that I've been released to share. But let me just tell you, you need to be looking for it, because we need to be praying, because a lot of people have already died in this war, but a lot of people are about to die in this war. Not just Russian and Ukrainians. So you need to understand, this is not just a little distraction news article. This is the beginning of something very significant happening and shifting in the military world. And you're about to find out why all these things, from Dylan Mulvaney to Bud Light to drag shows to cocaine in the White House, and delayed news of the tragedy of submarines explode, why all these things have taken over the news cycle to distract you from what has been moving and shaking around the world and what is coming. You have what's happening at the border. We have no idea what we've been set up for. Yep. So let's flash it up here one more time. President Biden has come out and has released 3,000 reservists to Europe. Now, I'm not trying to say that this has not been in their plans for a while. It sure is convenient when it seems like the circle is collapsing around the family, and some of the things that they've been able to protect themselves from is going away, that all of a sudden we get a new news article about the war. And then what about this? this is something I wasn't even going to cover. But, if you know who this guy is, Ray Epps, his attorney says that he will be criminally charged while he's trying to sue Fox News and blaming Tucker Carlson. But all of a sudden, he's being charged. Sure is a lot of convenient distractions going on. And then while that's going on, this happens. So you need to be watching, because I'm going to be covering some things, and I'm going to do a show that's going to be one of the most important shows that I've ever done. And I need you to pray for me. And I need you to pray for those that are going to be involved in helping me bring this information to you. The best way that you can help us is to hit that like button. Every single time you ever click on a video to watch the big picture, if you click on it and watch it, create a habit, hit that like button, and then watch it. Just go ahead and hit the like button, watch it. No matter what the topic is, you don't have to like it to hit the like button. If you care about this channel and you want to help us grow this channel and be a voice in this moment, click the play button, click the like button, watch the video. That is critical. If you're on Facebook, it is important that you don't just look for me on Facebook. You need to go to YouTube and subscribe tonight. You need to go to Rumble and follow me on Rumble. Because the reality is this: what I'm going to be covering, what I'm talking about when it comes to this war, will not be on Facebook. I'll try to keep it on YouTube, but it will certainly be on Rumble. Hit the like button, subscribe. I'm troubled because this is very, very serious. Love you guys. I'll try to touch base with you. As you know, I'm at a conference this week for my book, so pray for me as we get ready. I'll be talking to some potential authors tomorrow and sharing my heart and my journey on how I wrote my book and helping them. But God bless you. We ain't woke, but we're awake and doing my best to help you be awake. God bless, and share this. See you on the next broadcast. Who knows when it will be? Could be again. I could do another one tonight. You never know. Love you.